Good morning from Yummy BTV. Wishing you all well, of course, right? So in the first part of this video, I highlight a few things that I have seen this week. And of course, sometimes we have to be careful what we say up here. I'm not too sure, me being a bit thick about the rules and that sometimes, right? Especially when it's people that are being allowed into this country and they've only been here a short time. And a lot of things are happening in a short space of time. Now, case in Swindon, we're describing one of those men, not in the country long, tries to take hold of a girl late at night. The have-a-go heroes and the good people, or lucky that there were people around, intervened and he ran off, yeah? Only to try and do it when he got further away to another woman, yeah? He's getting ready to get sentenced in about September or October. Going to be interesting to see, for me, you lot are more knowledgeable than me on certain things, how long he actually is going to get and what does it mean? Does he get thrown out of the country? Or do we have to fork it out? I mean, we're not going to find surely any good results out of what these individuals have taken place. At this moment in time, there's a really sad case going on, and we're not allowed to concentrate on it, but a hotel worker who worked in one of these hotels, stroke you know what, and got murdered. A man's on trial for him, so I've got to wait to see if he's found guilty and that kind of stuff. But they showed the CCTV on the first day of the trial with him celebrating not long after the alleged murder is committed on this lovely young lady, dancing, drinking, smoking, celebrating, walking down the landing, and all that kind of stuff as well. And again, wasn't in the country long enough. I just looked at another one this morning, and another man's been convicted who is meant to be in the country. He wasn't in the country that long, and he's got his hand over his mouth, and he keeps telling, listen, you better not tell no one what I've done to you and blah, 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 blah. Look, I begin to see that certain men from other countries, women in those countries get mistreated so bad. I don't understand the point in you, the authorities and social media, putting these things up so we can see, but then we're not allowed to talk about it. And the statistics, if what I've been seeing, and I'm a little bit slow, it's piling up. It seems to have been getting faster while everybody's been having their say about what we're not happy with in this country regarding these certain things, all right? I'm not going to put the pictures up today. You lot, the main players will be able to know exactly what cases I'm talking about, all right? But this case now is really sad that I'm going to talk about. It's a man that I met in the prison system, right? He got a life sentence when he was about 21. His name's Shaney March, right? Not quite there, but all right on certain days. So I wouldn't say that he was a complete lunatic from what I saw, but you can look into his eyes and see a few disturbances. Killed a geezer in a McDonald's, stabbed him in the neck, not really much arguments to it all, and gets released after 13 years. 13 years, yeah? During that early part of the license, Shaney March, right, from down that way in Wolverhampton, he's not an illegal immigrant or anything like that, right? He gets recalled for breaching his license conditions for attacking another partner, be it a female, right? So, and there's a lot of history for this thing, and the build up to this is quite horrendous. Now, he gets back out, and you know, many men get recalled to prison for so many like lesser red flag things, and you keep them in jail longer right? When someone's been recalled for something of that magnitude, where a partner, ex-girlfriend, someone you're living with, is having a traumatic time, then they have to be watched a little bit more when they're on license a little more. He gets a lovely, lovely lady, Alana Odys. Sorry if I don't explain the name properly. She has 2 kids, right? 2 kids where both dads have sadly passed away in some way, right? I never asked the questions, right? For some reason, she fancies him. And she's absolutely beautiful, and it's rest in peace now. His picture's up there in the first picture. Look. And then gets into a 4-month relationship with him, and a baby's going to be on the way, all right? Sometimes certain women don't see right through these men, but someone close to her explains that he's take all second of phone, controlling, obsessive, coercive. You're not allowed to talk to no man. Give me the phone. You're a cheater. And blah, blah. Madness. I don't know why some of you lot men do things that way. If you're going to find out whether someone wasn't right for you or cheating for you, you'll find out, mate. And if you don't like it, go about your business. Yeah, you can't control somebody's life. There's even the suggestion that he pushed a glass in poor Alana's face as well. That her neighbour or her sister, namely Miss Oakley, tells her, we're worried, this is getting out of hand now. You can't have nothing to do with him. Why couldn't they have got him recalled at that time? It's all going to come out in the wash. The long and short of it, he's overheard Shaney March saying to her, you better get that baby out here. I want you to abort that baby. She's saying to him, I ain't aborting it. So he turns up one night, stabs the effing hell out of her. The services are there. The witness has heard him say that about the abortion. She's running for her life and dies. Rest in peace and love and light to her family. It's no good saying, we told you so and blah, blah, blah. It's just not the right thing to say. My take on this video, what I've just made here, is he shouldn't be allowed. He's a risk to be with him, to get into contact. He's got to be banned. So at least when someone makes a phone call, they can just go and get him out of there. And then he wants to try and do the diminished responsibility stuff in the Crown Court. His own legal team said, we can't do that for you because we believe it will go against the best of our morality and integrity. All right? That she's sadly dead now, with having been through such a sad life herself, and who looks after the other 2 babies, and really another murder, another stabbing, totally unjustified, with a baby inside of her as well. So I suspect that many of you saying, yeah, but he has to get a whole life tariff. No, he will get a whole life tariff. But it doesn't leave some of us thinking prevention is better than cure, and too many of these things are happening. And in reality, could they have been stopped? And that some of these lunatics that are running around their streets that have serious emotional problems, and most of them with themselves, that of course bring it out on the very people that have probably been the only ones that have showed them a little bit of love, which they don't probably find in many other places. And that is the presence they get for taking on a complete and utter lunatic. By December, he gets a whole life tariff, never to see daylight again, right? But some of those things I'm talking about earlier on in the video, I will, once I know how to do them properly, and I give you these latest statistics, some of you might know already, but look into some of those cases that I was talking about.